Hey guys! So in today's video, I have a very exciting video, is my favorite makeup brushes. I get this question all the time. What makeup brushes do you use? Is there a kit that you use? Or like basically what do you use on clients or on yourself? I pretty much use these on clients and myself, but I do have two separate sets so I don't get them mixed up because you just don't know how to do that. That's pretty much what this video is all about. I have a variety of makeup brushes. They're all from different places. They all do different things, and that's why I love the individual brushes. They all do their purpose that they're supposed to do, and I find that it just, I don't know, it just makes your collection fun, I think. Like, you just know that, oh my god, this is my favorite. It just blends so well, like this one and this one. So that's what I like. So I have a lot of brushes to talk about, so please bear with me. Hopefully this video is not too long. And if you're just clicking here for the first time, hi, my name is Nicole. I do a lot of different YouTube videos with makeup, tutorials, reviews, DIYs, anything that I want to do, this is what I do. So thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and if you're returning, thank you so much for returning and watching my channel. I really appreciate that as well. So let's get into this video of my favorite makeup brushes. I hope you enjoy it. I do love the Beauty Blender. That will always be like, I love the Beauty Blender because it does a variety. It basically gets rid of like 4 or 5 brushes. But since we are talking makeup brushes only, I am going to just talk about brushes only, okay? So to kick things off, we're gonna start with a foundation brush. So this is my favorite brush. It is by Sigma. It's the flat Kabuki F80. With this brush, it is a flat top. It is super soft and dense so that it will blend out your foundation really well. I love it. I cleaned it for you guys. I did some of my makeup already, so some of the brushes are a little dirty, but I just did it, so it's not that like they were sitting there forever. So anyways, besides that, this is the Sigma flat Kabuki F80, and like I said, it's a flat top. I love it. It disperses product super well. It's synthetic and it's super soft. So you need this in your collection. So moving on to concealer brush. Yes, this is dirty. Yes, I used it. So it is the Morphe G2 brush. It's very dirty, but it is one of my favorites. It is the perfect tapered top. I don't know if you can see that. It is the perfect, I love how it gets into your makeup, like just underneath, and it blends out like, it doesn't keep much product, like it just blends it out evenly with any concealer I have found. And it's one of my favorites. I use it all the time. I bought like, I think I bought 3 of these just because I love it so much. So yeah, that is the Morphe G2. So moving on to setting the powder when you have your concealer on. So setting, I'm basically going in the way of how I would do my makeup. We have 2 here tapered brushes. One is from Sigma, the other is from e.l.f. And the Sigma is the tapered highlighter F35, but I don't really highlight with this one so often. I usually just set my concealer with powder, translucent powder, and same with the e.l.f. small tapered brush. They are the same shape. One is a little bit less fluffy, the other one is a little bit more pointier. So the Sigma is more pointy and the e.l.f. brush is more fluffy, but they both are amazing. I love it. I just love how you can just get in there and it sets it and you can set your, like, I just love it. So it's one of my favorites. I couldn't decide which one because I use both and I love both. So there's options there. This one is a little bit more, I wouldn't say expensive, but it's on the higher end, where the e.l.f. one is a little bit more affordable. So I mean, but they both do the same, but I love them both. Like they're both different, like as you can see, like with packaging and everything. So yeah. So this next brush is one of the brushes that I thought, should I include it? I'm not too sure, but basically with this brush, I use it every so often. I don't use it a lot, but I know it's one of my favorites because I love the shape of it and the size. So this is a Morphe E47 brush. It is, as you can see, it's very tapered and very thin. You can use this for contouring your nose if you want, but I use it for powder. So if I don't want to necessarily do a winged liner, I want to have my eyeshadow kind of set it on the corners. That's what I would use it for. That's what I have been using it for. So it's pretty good. See, as you can see. But yeah, it's one of my favorites, and yeah, I do use it every so often. Not all the time, but you know, no one's gonna wear a dramatic eye every day, right? So yeah. So with that brush, I have this BH Cosmetics 127 brush. This one I don't think is sold on its own. That's the only thing, is that I got this in a set. Like I said, in the set, sometimes the brushes are not equally and the same. So this one is BH Cosmetics 127. It is a contouring brush. So like the other one that I said, like Morphe, this one I would use just on my nose, or you can do it on the eye as well. It is a bit bigger, but it is skinny as well. One of my favorites, I contour my nose all the time. So if I'm not using that other brush or whatever, like depends on what look I'm going for, this is what I use. So this is BH Cosmetics. So now we're gonna move on to the face. These are the eye brushes that I use, and there is quite a few, but I narrowed it down to my favorites, obviously. But we're gonna start with brows. The only brow brush that I use on myself, because I use the Dip Brow Pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and the brush that goes with it, oh my god, you can't even see it. It's number 12. It's on here. I just used it, so it's really, really dirty. It has the spoolie at the end, and it has a dense little kind of angled end, and it's one of my favorites because it just disperses the product well. I love how the length and the dense and how strong it is to get that brow with the line. Like, I don't know, I'm just a really good fan of these. I think I bought 3 of these. Yeah, I probably will buy more because they're just my favorite. Like, I just can't get enough of this brush. So the next brush that I would use on clients, it's super mini, but I do have the bigger version. I just couldn't find it. But I would use from Sigma. It's the small angled E65 brush. It is super, super cute. This is what I would use on clients, as I use the other one with the pomade. I just think it works well with the pomade. This is what I would use with the powder to do my clients' makeup for the brush, with a brush. So yeah, that is my favorite. So we're gonna get into concealers, where I like to basically, when I do my brow and if I mess up or anything, I like to add concealer to underneath my brow. And this brush is from Luxy. It is the 211 concealer brush. I will leave everything linked down below just so you don't worry. This is a tapered kind of brush. It's really, really pointy, and I don't know, I just love it because it, like, you can pack it on and it just puts it on properly. Like, you can put this on to just deposit concealer under your eye, but I find that this is usually what I use for my brow bone or my brows. This brush is my ride or die brush. I use this whenever I travel, whenever I'm just, I don't know, this is my favorite brush, and I love that I have it in the little version because, you know, like sometimes little ones are just easier and they're so compact and small. So with that being said, this is the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush. This has been all around town. Everyone in their right has this brush. I'm pretty sure you do. If you don't, then you should get it because it's such a good brush. I love it because it's so, like, the perfect amount of fluff, so to speak, that has the brushes, like, I don't know, like, it just blends, like, it's just for the crease when you want to deposit just product on there. It is so good. Oh my god, it's one of my favorites. So the E40, I love it. Moving on to the next brush is the next brush below it. It's the Sigma Tapered Blending E35 brush. So if you don't have the E40, the E35 is just as good. It's one of my favorites. I use it all the time. It's the same kind of fluffiness, I guess you could say, but it's a little bit more tapered. I don't know, I just think they do the same and they're so amazing. So the next brush that I use, it kind of goes hand in hand with the next brush. That is the Morphe M433. I have a bunch of these brushes. It is equivalent, obviously, to the MAC 217, which is, they're both pretty even in fluffiness. It's just a smaller one. It's not so tapered. It's more of a rounder, kind of fluffier brush. So with that being said, these are the two. So the next brush is from MAC. It's the MAC 239. One of my favorites because it is flat. It is kind of, it's like a dome shape. I love this for packing on under the brow bone, or as well as packing it onto my eyelid. So that's one of my favorites. Yeah, there's nothing else to kind of explain about it except for it's just a really good for that sort of thing. Just more for packing. The next brush that I have is also from MAC. It is the MAC 247, or it's the MAC 242 brush. I can't even believe I can't read. This is the best packing brush for foiled shadows, pigments, just to get your eyelid like shimmers. It's like the best brush in the world. I love using it on everybody, so even on myself obviously. But yeah, it's the MAC 242 brush. The next brush is from Sigma. It's the eye Shading E55. So I got this little kind of set. So as you can see, it's the teal. This is the perfect kind of little brush to pack on, as well as if I'm having like more of a quicker morning, or just if I need to get out the door, or just kind of like swooping on makeup. It's one of my favorites. So yeah. So we're going to go back with Sigma as well, and it's the flat definer brush. This is the brush that is flat, very, very skinny, and it works perfectly for blending out underneath the eye, where your lower lash line is, or I even sometimes smudge out my eyeliner on the top line. This is a versatile brush, and I think you need it in your collection because it will help you blend out those lines. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. The next brush is from Sigma. It's the Pencil E30 brush. It is one of my favorites for blending out as well with the flat definer brush. It is more pointy, and it blends it out, not as harsh and not as dense, where this one is more fluffy and it just looks really nice together. So that is the E30. And the last eye brush is the Luxy 231 Small Tapered Blending Brush. Yes, I had purple on it because I did a crazy purple smoky eye. And I love this brush because it is a smaller brush, but it works with both. Like if you want to do just like the outer V of your eye, you can blend it out with this brush and like kind of get it really, really nice V. Or you can blend it out at the bottom. Like it just works really well. And I like the way that it's styled. Like it's not too big and it's really not that small either. So it's perfect. So we're going to go on with the face. This brush I have been using because I love the shape of it. I don't think I have anything in my collection that kind of replicates it, I guess you could say. So this is the Morphe R2 brush. I just love how big it is and how fluffy it is and how dense it is. This is the perfect brush if you want to bronze your face. It is the perfect if you're going to the beach or just quickly like putting on like bronzer or contouring. It's just the perfect all over brush. Like I can even use this to set my whole face if I wanted to. Like I just love how big this is. It's not too big and it's not too small. Like it's the perfect size brush for your face. From Morphe as well, it's the R10 brush, and this is the perfect blush brush. It is like really dense but not really. Like it's really it's the perfect amount like of the roundness, the just everything. And I love how like you just need like a little bit, and then you just like put it on, and then it's like the perfect blending. Like it's really good brush. I'm really happy that I have it. So this is the R10. Moving on to contour brushes. The brush that I use the most to contour on clients and on myself is the Sigma Small Contour F05 brush. It is the perfect dense brush, and just love how it tapers, and it's like a V, like a triangle almost. Like it's perfect. Like I love this. Oh my god, like this is my favorite, especially with the forehead, like just getting in there. Like I love it, and especially my neck because it's so flat but it's fluffy. Like it deposits product so well, so it's one of my favorites. So the next brush is what I use instead of my F05 for contouring. It's the Luxy 504 large angled brush. It is like, I can't even describe. I love how angled it is and how fluffy and dense. Like I just love that like it deposits product so well. And yeah, I just love like it's different for me. So it's one of my favorites for sure. So last brush, I'm so thankful you guys made it to the end. The last brush, of course, has to be highlighter. Hello. So I looked through all my highlighting brushes and which one is my favorite and which is by far my ride or die of highlighting this beautiful mug and all mugs on my friends or on clients is the Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 brush. It is the two-tone colors. I used it today, and like I love how it's firm, but it's not super firm, but it's like it's firm enough to be like soft and perfect deposits amount of product on your cheek. And yeah, I just love it, and it's just my favorite. And yeah, I just love the size of it. Like it's perfect for highlighting. It's the best. So Alright you guys, that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm just giving you an insight on what I use and how I create looks and just brushes that have worked for me because I've been doing this a long time. They've been working out for me. I'm all laid out. They've been working for me and I love them and I can't live without them. By far my favorite. I took a while to pick out which ones I wanted to showcase to you guys. So yeah, I will leave everything linked down below. The description of what they are and where to find them. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it if you made it to the end. Leave me a comment below on what is your favorite brush that I may have missed. I would love to hear from you. And don't forget to give this video a like, thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do weekly videos for you guys, and for the amount of love and support you guys have shown me right now, I'm really appreciative, and I love the feedback you guys keep giving me. It makes me feel really good about myself that what I'm doing is what you guys like, and I feel so loved, and I just want to hug every one of you guys because I don't know, like, you guys make me feel really good about what I'm doing. So anyways, I don't want to cry, but yeah, with that being said, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.